Jared, picture this. It's 1963. You are a factory worker. You work 40 to 60 hours a week, and in your spare time, you love watching NASCAR. You know, you're a huge Richard Petty fan. You often pay the extra money to go see him race in person. Of course, if you can't make it, you're going to go crack a brew, sit on the couch, and watch him win. So this year, Richard Petty's actually predicted to win the entire championship. And the last race is actually scheduled on November 3rd, a weekend, and you can actually make it to the race. So you're off work, you take a hot bus trip all the way out to California to see your man win the big race. And so, of course, you're pretty excited, right?
Of course. I'm ecstatic.
You know, it's in California. All Richard Petty has to do is finish top 20 to win the entire series. So there's going to be celebrities there. Actually, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the president himself, is there to watch Richard Petty win the series. Kennedy actually hangs out with Petty before the race, like a couple hours or two. They probably smoked some cigars, maybe even cracked a few beers. Who knows? But basically, unfortunately, Petty does not finish top 20. Can you guess his finish?
It's probably close around there, like maybe like 21 and 22.
Actually finishes 36th because of bad transmission. So it looks like his team didn't properly service his vehicle before the race started. Do you know why?
I bet it was because they were hanging out with Kennedy before the race.
Exactly. So instead of taking the time to properly maintenance the car, they were hanging out with our boy JFK. And so, of course, you're pretty upset. You're a super fan. You're essentially blaming Kennedy for this loss. And so what would a rational man do?
I'd write a strongly worded letter, tell them exactly how I feel about their little mishap.
That's what you should have done. But unfortunately, you are not the prime citizen. You are actually Lee Harvey Oswald, and you shot the president. The Picture This segment is sponsored by our sponsor.
La croix de la croix. Qu'est-ce une croix avec les garçons? C'est vrai, votre seltzer croustillante avec une pâte de tarte.
All right, now it's time for celebrity interviews. Today we have a very special guest. It's Emma Watson. It's half step-cousin's brother-in-law. All right, Emma Watson's half step-cousin brother-in-law. How are you doing today?
Hi, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on here.
Oh yeah, it really is a thrill to have you on here. You know, we're just really curious about some of the things in your and Emma's life. So you know, we're just gonna ask you some fun, lighthearted questions about Emma. Alex, do you care to start off?
As you recall, in the second Harry Potter movie, The Chamber of Secrets, the antagonist, the Basilisk, was released in Hogwarts and petrified 6 people. Additionally, the snake allegedly attempted to kill Harry Potter. Should Ginny Weasley be prosecuted for releasing the Basilisk?
That has nothing to do with Emma.
In the 4th Harry Potter movie, The Goblet of Fire, Hermione Granger controversially breaks multiple Triwizard Tournament rules by not only communicating with Harry, a Triwizard Tourney competitor, compromising the integrity of competition by potentially giving him an unfair advantage over his competitors, but also she unlawfully enters into the sacred Triwizard Tent, an area only permissible by contestants and other high-ranking Triwizard officials. Taking into account the gravity of the situation, do you think her reckless acts are justifiable?
I think that she was a good character in the Harry Potter movies, so everything that she did was for the good of Harry Potter, so I would say that it's a yes.
You have an answer for everything, don't you? Try this. At the end of the Harry Potter franchise, Hermione Granger ends up working at the Ministry of Magic. Now, does the Ministry of Magic acknowledge Israel as a legitimate state?
I would say no, because Harry Potter is in a wizard world.
Well, Emma Watson's half-step-cousin's brother-in-law, it was nice having you on the show, even though you weren't helpful and didn't answer a single question. This was great. We'll have to do this again sometime.
I don't even like Harry Potter.
And now, a message from our sponsor.
Hey, you goofy listeners. People are dying. you might die too. Keep infections from your food by using a fork. By using a fork, you won't actually have to touch your food before it goes to your mouth. Thank you and have a great day. Goodbye.
All right, folks, now it's time for secondhand news. You know how it goes. Keeping up with what's going on in the world is tough. And so that's why you got us. We're here to do in-depth research. We scour the internet, almost skimming every headline out there to tell you what's going on. Alex, what do we got going on today?
Hey, what's up, bud? Today I'm right here, CNN Politics. GOP congressman says letting more Americans die of SARS-CoV-19 is lesser of two evils compared to economy taken. Now, I'm no economist myself, but I think this is pretty accurate.
I mean, it makes sense to me. I get that some people want to call COVID a serious issue. But you know what's a really serious issue? The economy. Yeah, this coronavirus might affect a couple people, but you know what affects everyone? The economy.
Now, I myself haven't come in contact with the corona yet, but I have come in contact with these dollar bills that are floating around. And let me tell you what, I can much better live with the Rona than I can without my dollar bills.
Exactly. This Morocco virus, I get it. No one likes sneezing and coughing. But ultimately, I like having a job.
Yeah, so the people saying that this macaroni virus is holding us back, it's all in their head. They're just these socialists who want the government to take over. Man, I remember back in my day, in my early days, we didn't have the McCartney virus, but, you know, we had bad things like Vietnam. And, you know, I just went to work.
I feel you. That is exactly what the American people need to hear. Look, I understand that scientists are getting up there saying, the McCartney-Lennon-19 virus is a serious issue. You should be taking it seriously. But I don't want to hear it.
I say, take your MacArthur Genius Grant, keep it to yourself. Just let me go to my job and let me buy lawn fertilizer, man. I'm not asking much here.
Ain't no McDonald's McRib gonna slow down this country.
Today, we're accompanied by star big league athlete Kath from Butler University, who recently led her team to victory in the big game. Kath, we're proud to have a big league athlete of your caliber on the show.
Hey guys, yeah, thank you for having me. You know, it's been kind of hard to pencil things in this time of year with everything that's going on, but you know, I'm glad you were able to have me here too.
I just want to say it is an honor having you here. After seeing that incredible hat trick on the table last night, you are truly a big leaguer.
You know, thank you. I tend to keep a few things up my sleeve here and there, and luckily I was able to kind of pull that one out of my pocket at the last minute. I just kind of spun around and boom, you know, there I was. So yeah.
As a point guard, you have to protect your team's points from harm. How does it feel to have a KD of 2, 4, 6, and 8?
Those are some numbers that I've been pretty hard to get. You know, up until this point, I've only had a 1, 3, 5, and a 7. So getting to 2, 4, 6, and 8 was really something on my radar, and you know, I've just been working really hard to get there. You know,
it's incredible. You know, because most athletes will spend their entire career just shooting for like a 2.6 or even like a 9, but you have collectively gathered 4 different numbers, all of great values that in this sport just cannot be matched by the other players.
Last year, you cost your team a W in the playoffs due to a controversial offsides call. How does it feel to finally avenge the referee?
You know, I think that referee, you know, I still get kind of fired up thinking about it, but it depends on really where you were looking, I think, at the time, because, you know, he said we were offsides. And it's true that maybe from his vantage point, you know, we were all on one side of the field, but I'm not entirely sure. You know, you got to look at it from different perspectives. And I think that if you were really to look back at the tapes, I really think you could have probably seen that, you know, at least one half of one of us might have been, you know, over the line. And hopefully he won't make that call again, because it really ground my gears when he did that. I still have to kind of, you know, put in my retainer at night to make sure I don't grind my teeth over it too much. But yeah, it's just something that I've really been struggling to get over. But it feels good to finally put that behind me, you know?
I've been a big fan of yours for a long time. Watching from home, I found myself saying, come on, ref, at least 4 times.
I mean, not everyone can be what I am. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like the same thing as like those who can't do teach, those who can't do ref.
Well, Kath, thanks again for coming on. It truly was a pleasure hearing from you. And you can bet that both of us will be watching the big game on the big night.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. Cheer us on. Be good fans for us. We appreciate all the viewers. So thanks.
Yep. Go team. Episode 1 of the Fictional Sports Podcast is presented by our following sponsor.
Hey, you goofy gags. Mom, shut the fuck up. I'm recording. Sorry about that. Have you become an alcoholic during quarantine? I know I sure have. I've been throwing back way too many White Claws. But thanks to LaCroix, we have a new alternative. The Virgin White Claw, LaCroix. Stop domestic abuse today and drink a LaCroix.
Fictional